What is up, everybody? Welcome to your boy AJTRIP. This is the AJTRIP movie review of Captain America: Brand New World, and this was a very good movie. What I really enjoyed most about this is that we went back to go forward. And I think this is great. The guy who originally played Sam Thunderbolt Ross passed away, William Hurt. So they took they found the partnership of Jesus Christ, Han Solo. Who's Han Solo? That guy. I didn't remember his name, but the guy who played Han Solo. Um he is now Thunderbolt Ross, and he is now the president of the United States. And we went back a lot. The villain, oh, by the way, I should also say, spoiler alert, if you don't see it across everything like that. Spoiler alert, this is my obviously spoiler review. So we went back to the Incredible Hulk, and the villain is from that movie, Samuel Stearns. If you remember, in the Incredible Hulk movie that was played by Edward Norton, um, he he helped try to Edward. He was helping Banner try to get the gamma radiation out of him or something like that. And then he got doused with it, and he was then arrested by the military. And there's a backstory that you know Thunderbolt Ross was dying, and he promised him freedom if he helped him, you know, it helped him live, and it turned into that he was giving them gamma pills that not so that he could turn into the Red Hulk, and so that's what it is, and so that's what happened. So the guy who was Samuel Stearns, now in the comic book, Samuel Stearns is the leader. That's who the leader is. He's a Hulk villain. He's a leader. So it was kind of interesting to see that the Hulk was not nowhere near this movie. Not even a credit and post credit scene, which there was only really one. It wasn't a mid credit and a post credit. It was just a post credit scene. Talk about that later. But yeah, we so he was the villain of the movie, and he was the one that he was able to, like, because the leader is like a super smart guy. He's able to have dozens of probabilities of figuring it out, and he's not necessarily right because he had a probability of Captain America and the New Falcon, turning around, going back to Washington to help something that was going on. But as they continued on to find him and find where he was at, and he was controlling people by this music. I guess he was sending messages to the phones because the original Cap, the black Captain America, Isaiah Bradley, he was there. He got the message, and then he got and then there was many people had the message, and you could see like it was a flash on his phone, and he couldn't remember. Um, and he was accused of trying to assassinate the president, everything like that. This is like the whole story is just amazing because they bring back everything from the back. Not only do we have stuff in like Incredible Hulk, we have stuff in Celestials. Now, if you watch the Celestials, that's probably the worst the worst MCU film that they've made. Um, it really wasn't that interesting, anything like that. There was some interesting parts to it, but and the characters are unknown and things like that. So even though they had Angelina Jolie, a big star in it, it just didn't. I don't think it clicked and everything like that. And I don't think they're gonna go back to it. However, they are using some of the stuff from that movie. If you may remember, um, there was like the villain of that movie was defeated and then ended up in the ocean and like frozen or something like that. And because of that, they've come up and found this new metal called adamantium. Yes, adamantium. The stuff that is in Wolverine's skeleton, that is coated on Wolverine's skeleton, that gives him his claws and everything like that. So. You know, that's what they're doing. They're setting up, getting ready for the new Wolverine to appear. Even though we still have, you know, Logan, Hugh Jackman in this, but there was always been the case that they wanted to have their original Wolverine. They wanted to have their original X-Men, even though they're doing all of this other stuff with Fox and Deadpool and Wolverine and things like that. All of this was going to lead to was just a new, it's going to lead to a new X-Men with a new Wolverine, more than likely. You know, maybe even a new Deadpool. So now they found adamantium, the strongest metal in the world. So, and it's in the Indian Ocean. Japan and America are fighting for it. They signed a treaty that so they could share in the adamantium. That this wouldn't be just one. This wouldn't be one country would have the ownership of it. So, and then and the leader Samuel Stearns he is causing disruption with that. That's why he's like being able to mind control people, to assassinate the president, mind control people to assassinate, you know, a lot of people. So one of the chiefs of staff, I guess, chief of staff or chief of security, head of security, is another Black Widow. She comes from another line of Black Widows. So she had a little bit part in this one as well, doing her stuff. So you got a third one now. You've got, Natasha, rest in peace, right? We've got um I can't remember her name either, but she's played by Florence Pugh, who is going to be in the Thunderbolts movie. Which, by the way, the Thunderbolts are led by General Ross. So I'm sure at some point he is probably going to get let out of the prison he's in, because at the end of the movie, because of the stuff he did, he's in the prison, and so he'll probably be, let out and done like that. So that would be interesting to see, to lead that group probably by the end of that movie. And he's causing so much turmoil that Japan and America could be into a war. And he's got to the firefighters, not the firefighters, but the airplane fighters, and they attacking Japan's ships, and so Japan has to attack America. And Cap and the Falcon are flying around trying to get stuff, try to make sure to get them to stop, to get the Japanese to stop, to get the Americans to stop, so that the treaty could be signed and everything like that. And it's just it's just crazy. I will say that I thought the end when is it Harrison Ford, by the way? That's what it is, Harrison Ford. When Harrison Ford, who is General Sam, now President Sam Ross, when he turns into the Red Hulk, and they find a way to, I did think that it was kind of abrupt how Cap got him to come down from being the Red Hulk. Okay, so that was because, as we know, from being a Hulk, you go crazy. Like, it took the Hulk Buster and a whole bunch of other things to stop the Hulk from leveling a city the- was it no in it was in no it wasn't, it was Age of Ultron. So, and and he, he was just able to calm down just because of what, you know Cap said to him. So, yeah, that might be, if I think they probably need to be a little bit more. I actually think what they needed to do was they needed to have Betty actually see him as the Red Hulk and calm him down. Which, by the way, Liv Tyler, I believe that was Liv Tyler. I don't know. I really couldn't see. I was sitting in the back row and I had on the damn. I got the 3D things instead of the regular screen, so I had on glasses so that I could see it without being the screen being fuzzy. But I believe that was Liv Tyler, who came to see Sam Ross when he was in the thing. So it could have it would have been better if she was there, and then she's the one that calmed down the Red Hulk. I think that would have been a little bit better at the ending of the movie. Um, we saw Bucky makes a cameo. And it when during that Japan America little mini battle, the Falcon Joaquin Torres, he was hurt, and so while he was getting the surgery and getting worked on, Cap was there watching over him. Bucky came to him, and now he's Bucky James Buchanan is running for Congress. So I'm really not waiting to see a Thunderbolts and how does that happen? A congressman is now working, so it's gonna be very interesting. That Thunderbolts I think is gonna be a really really interesting movie. Um, so yeah, I see. There are any other things that I've missed out on? Um, yeah, I think I don't really think there's anything else. There is still that undertone of of you know the from the Captain America and Winter Soldier um Disney Plus show. We found out about the black super soldier Isaiah Bradley, who was the first Captain America. Um, and things like this. So there's still some stuff underlined in that. You still do have the underlying stuff of like what it is to be a black Captain America, and then and at the end, Joaquin, when they're in the medical bed, Joaquin is talking about him. He wants that on him too because he's a Latino and he wants to be for that his Latino thing. He wants to have that pressure on him. So there's a lot of things in there. He's also very. I like some of the things he said. He always talks about not dying, and he almost died, so that was really interesting. But yeah, I thought this was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. Again, like I said, there's some things with the at the end with the Red Hulk. I think could have been done a little bit better. But overall, I think this was a great start to kind of restart up the MCU as all hell broke loose with Jonathan Majors being arrested as Kang and them having to redo other things. Oh, I wanted to mention one thing. There's a lot of wrestling moves in this movie, and that's because Seth Rollins was supposed to be in this movie. He was supposed to be in this movie. I don't know who he was playing or what all that, but he was supposed to be in this movie. So especially like the first fight scene you get with Cap and some dude, they're doing a lot of wrestling moves. Arm drags and schoolboys and things like that. So this was obviously like this was supposed to have like some wrestling stuff in it because of Seth Rollins, but he's nowhere near this movie. So they took him out altogether, which kind of sucks for Seth. Um, yeah, because I'm sure that he wanted to be in this movie, and I think he would have done a great job. Hopefully, there's like some, we can able to see like some movie things and things like that in the past. I don't know if it'll be on a DVD. Maybe somebody would upload it to YouTube and we can see like you know, I think they used to be called dailies. We can see some of the dailies of Seth Rollins in that movie. So, but yeah, I thought it was a great job. Um, loved it. Loved the movie. I've been giving my rating a 3.5 star. I think this was really good. 3.5 stars. I would advise you to go out and watch it. I would advise you to go out and watch it anyway, even if it was bad, because you need to watch some of the stuff. The fact, like I'm saying, because in this one they brought back stuff from the Incredible Hulk. Brought back stuff from the Celestials movie. So even if these movies are bad, you still have to watch them. You have to watch the Disney stuff too. I still have not seen Agatha All Alone. I have to watch that. So at some point. But yeah, this is again. I said 3.5 star movie. I advise you to go watch it. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Post your record. No, not post your record. Post if you've seen it. How did you feel about it? Give me your star rating or anything like that. And yes. Please make sure that you like the video, you share the video, you subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy, AJTRIP, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.